With so much data available to us through the systems that we use inside of businesses, even just our accounting software, the amount of different reports that can get run, it can sometimes feel overwhelming to see how much is there, and then what am I really looking at to drive improvement in the business. I had a great conversation with one of my clients last week, and he said, Andrew, I'm data rich, insight poor. And the conversation we were going down was, with everything that we're looking at, what makes sense for us to really drive inside of the improvement piece? What specific metrics and how we're looking at it? So this is part of the conversation that we kind of went through, and looking at the major steps that we wanted to look at or address while coming up with the best metrics. So the first one is to get very clear on what specifically we're looking at. Now we might not know the metric, but we might know the product, we might know the group, we might know it's a revenue target, but really understanding which one is critical or which one is the one that we want to drive. Having some discussion around, well, if we drive this one, these other ones should fall in line. Or wait a minute, this one might not fall in line. Is it important for us right now, or is it something that we'll look at later down the line? So with everything that's available to us, how do we get down to just one or two very key metrics that make the most sense for us? And then how are we going to cascade them down? But understanding this is really what we want to look at first. Then looking at the data source, making sure that it's a clean data source, that we understand where the information is coming from, and that there's very clear criteria for that data. The second part of the conversation is to think, okay, we've got these 2, 3, maybe up to 5 metrics, key metrics that we're going to look at, or maybe they're going to be KPIs eventually as we kind of work through this. But what behavior changes those numbers? Because we want to tie behavior back into that indicator, that metric that we're looking at. So how do we kind of think our way through, for this to increase, what behavior has to happen with the group in the business? If this is to decrease, what other behavior would have to be changing? So once we get that, we kind of start to see a little bit of a pattern of, okay, if I want to drive this is the right behavior that I'm looking for, this is what it is. Is this still the right metric, or is there now another metric that we found that's going to lead to that? But having that conversation around what behaviors are going to drive the metrics and where we want them to go to, making sure that we're very clear in our minds about how that's all connected. And then the third piece is really getting comfortable with looking at them and changing them if needed. We do not want to be changing them every week, and our whole team is going through whiplash of just back and forth. Make it clear to the team, this is what we're looking at, this is what the behaviors are that we want to see change, or that we want to see increase or move in the right direction. It's going to cause this, but we're going to talk about it. Metrics and data should lead to conversations. That's what we really want at the end of the day. We don't want just to go into a report and smile and go, okay, I think we're on the right track. It's good if that's happening, but to get that, we need to have conversations. So get used to the fact that we're going to have this. Maybe we even put a line in the sand saying, hey, we're going to measure this for the next 4 or 6 weeks, quarter, whatever makes sense in your business. We're going to do that. We're going to measure it. We're all going to get together. We're going to discuss it. We're going to analyze it, and then we're going to repeat. We're either going to go back and look at the same numbers and the same actions, and to see if we can get a better improvement, or we're going to pick something else and see how that goes. But taking that conversation, making people aware that the behaviors lead to the metrics changing, and that we don't need to look at everything, just the really most important things, really helps turn data into something that's actually driving continuous improvement and improvement within your business. If you're looking to kind of overlay continuous improvement inside of your business, you've got a lot of data, just don't know where to start, there's some great tools that I've developed that really help kick off that journey into continuous improvement and what to look at. And I'd be more than happy to talk it through with you. I'm Andrew Buchan, your Business Accelerator.